the story of the stone that sang a Dragonbones original. Is your energy today feeling ripe for a story that loosens old knots and lets something luminous slip through? Settle in for a moment, because this one wants to arrive whole. A Tammy story about letting go. There once was a woman named Tammy who carried a small, smooth stone in her pocket. She'd had it for years, long enough that she couldn't remember exactly when she picked it up, only that it had felt important at the time. It was warm from her touch, familiar, almost comforting. But it was also heavy in a way that didn't match its size. Some days she forgot it was there. Other days she felt its weight like a tug on her spirit. One morning, Tammy woke with a strange clarity, the kind that arrives before thought, like a whisper from somewhere wiser. She slipped her hand into her pocket and closed her fingers around the stone. It pulsed with a quiet ache she hadn't noticed before. So, she went walking. The air was cool, the kind that wakes the skin. She followed a path she didn't usually take, one that curved behind the old trees and opened into a clearing she'd never seen. In the center was a pond so still it looked like a piece of sky had fallen and decided to stay. Tammy sat at the edge and held the stone in her palm. For the first time, she really looked at it, not as a habit, not as a keepsake, but as a story she'd been carrying. And the story began to speak. It wasn't words exactly, more like a feeling rising from the stone. Old hurt, old fear, old loyalty to something that no longer needed her. She realized she'd been carrying it out of love, or what she thought was love, long after it had stopped serving her. The stone had become a placeholder for a chapter she'd already outgrown. Tammy exhaled, long and slow. "Thank you," she whispered to the stone. "But I don't need to hold you anymore." The stone warmed in her hand, as if it was at peace. She stood, stepped to the water's edge, and let her fingers open. The stone fell, not with a splash, but with a soft plunk, sending ripples across the mirrored surface. As it sank, something unexpected happened. The pond began to hum, a low, gentle vibration, like a song sung from beneath the water. The ripples shimmered with light. Tammy felt something uncoil inside her, a tightness she hadn't realized she'd been bracing against. Her chest softened, her breath deepened. Her shoulders dropped as if someone had lifted a cloak she'd forgotten she was wearing. The pond's humming faded, but the warmth in her body remained. She walked home lighter, not because she'd lost something, but because she'd finally made space for something new to arrive. And that night, as she drifted toward sleep, she heard a faint echo of the pond's song, not from outside, but from within her own ribs. A reminder that letting go isn't losing, it's releasing the old so the heart can sing again. Story 1 of 8. Please stay tuned for more Dragonbones originals.